Hi, this is odeean. Today I'm doing a run through of my game Robot Planet Free, which is available on the Play Store for Android. I've just finished a major rewrite to enable it to scale properly to big screens. So you're looking at it right now on a Samsung Galaxy Note 3. Before it came across as really undersized, the character was too small to see. That problem has been fixed. So you can see he looks just fine there. This is the training level where you first dropped into the action. Nothing serious to do here. It just tells you how to tap and hold and how to jump. You can jump up to sort of triple tap or quadruple tap, just gives you a bit of extra lift, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Let's just try to get past this training screen so I can show you the real game. So there's lots of stuff you can push around here, like these crates, but again, that's just to familiarize yourself with how the game works and doesn't really have any effect. So there's a lot of lifts in this game. To get onto a lift, you really have to move backwards and forwards like that so that it can go behind you. Once it goes down to where your feet are, you just jump up on top of it and it will push you up. To get off, you just move forward and fall off. Here's my boss. I'm not going to wait for him to tell everything that he says. He basically says that you've got to go and capture a Gestalt mind, whatever that is, so that they can try to do some experiments and win the war. So after you've listened to him, go through the first door. To get through doors in this game, you just jump up and stand on the little ledge, and that will shoot you on through. As you can see, the ship is damaged and sort of on fire, and now you've crashed. So normally playing the game, you would probably spend some time to explore, except in this level, because the ship has crashed, you can see a countdown happening there. So speed is of the essence, otherwise you will crash and burn. So you'll notice that things can be pushed around. Picked up some coins there, someone dropped. Now I'm going to tell you, if you're fast enough to stand on top of that satellite, there is a bonus up in the air, which I won't be showing you now. This crate is really essential. Things can break if you drop them far enough, and that crate has busted open. So here's the first weapon. Pretty weak, but you need to start off weak to work your way up. So I'm just going to shoot these out of the way so you can see that there's a bit of force there. One thing to notice is that you can sort of throw bullets by making them go faster when you change direction like that. Later on in the game that can come in handy, but in this level it's not so useful. I want to shoot that open and see what's inside. Oh, some money. One dropped up there. I better go and get it. I've got to tell you, these coins are important. You really need to get as much money as you can, because there's a couple of things that you just can't win the game without coins. And if you haven't been bothered to pick up all the coins or other items that you come across, some energy canisters, you will find yourself having to go back and get them later. So you'll see that this fire, if I stand next to here, the fire is actually hurting me. Some things hurt you more than others. Fire not so bad, but there is some toxic waste later that you have to walk through that you might not want to hang around in so long. Now I'm just killing this because I can. Often when you kill something, it will drop another useful thing, and in this case I've got a more powerful gun, which is going to let me shoot through this door here. Out of the ship before it exploded. Now this game is not really kind of action packed like fighting a bunch of dudes. It's more exploratory in its nature. So I was a big fan of games like Metroid, and I really kind of grew up playing those games where you'd wander around worlds looking for cool things that you didn't know were there, and that's my inspiration for this, along with obviously my passion for robots that turn into other stuff. just check out my video reviews if you want to know how much I like that kind of thing. Now, here we go. Down here, you can see that there's, let's just jump over it. You can see that little hatch. Ultimately, I want to jump down there, but I'll give you a clue. There's something you got to get before you go down there. So I'm going to do that now. Let's kill these things so that they don't get me on the way back. Now obviously I know the optimal way to get through all these things, and if you were figuring it out yourself, you'd be dying a bunch of times before you did it. Like those towers that were just here would shoot you and kill you, but luckily I'm familiar with it already. Ah, don't kill me. Okay, now again I'm going to kill these because I don't want to be in a hurry coming back here and then getting wiped out by these towers. Let's put the gun away. Now there's a thing here which is going to pop up and try to get me. I don't know whether I should try to avoid it. I think I'm going to try to avoid it. So I'm going to turn into a car so I can be fast. No, don't kill me. I'm dead. So the game isn't exactly a cakewalk. Even when you know what you're doing, there are plenty of opportunities to die. And if that annoys you, there are cheats. In the settings screen, there's like a God mode and a mode that lets you fly and mode that gets rid of map time limits and this kind of thing. Who likes to play games like that? That's no real fun. But if there's a bit where you're particularly stuck, you could just bypass it doing that. Like for example, this bit where I just died there, I could just ignore gravity by turning on a cheat and float over his head and he wouldn't be able to get me, but I don't think that's much fun. Another thing to note is that when you're holding guns and stuff, it does actually make you it makes you a little bit bigger, so it's often a good idea to put away your gun before you want to jump over something or fit through something, because the gun sticking out like that does have an impact on what you can do. Now what I'm going to do is creep up on that guy who is there, and I'm going to fling my bullets at him like that. You can see that by changing direction you can actually get a bullet to go a long way. Ah, screw this. Got him. Now I've taken his gun, which is pretty cool. Not that I have a direct use for it. Now who's this? I have something to trade. Well, let's just see. For 50 credits, I will sell you a yellow key. Cool. Now I have a yellow key. What about this? These cubes. Can I pick that up? Pick up a cube. Let's pick up as many cubes as I can get. Pick up another cube. Another one. Another one. Another one. I think that's as many as I can hold now. So let's just put that away. To buy this item, you need $110. Well, I don't have enough money. You can see I got 22, so I think I'm going to have to come back once I've got some more money and buy what's on offer from this computer here. Now, you can kill this guy, but if you kill him, you won't get much cooperation from any more robots in the future. Another thing that's useful to know is that turning into your alt mode lets you drive around much faster than if you had to walk, which can be a pain in the ass. Now that I've got that key, I'm going to jump down this hole. This sludge I'm standing in is draining my life. It's toxic, so the least time you stand there the better. But you can see there's these bars. I'm going to use this control panel here, put the yellow key in, and that's let me open the door. This thing here is useful as well. Now, if you had to do this from trial and error, you would not think to push this down the hole, but there's a reason I push it down that hole. But for now, let's jump down here and get this gun. You can see these little bricks have got a little shimmy on them there. That's kind of a clue telling you that you really should shoot them to bits. I try to offer some kind of little hint, because if you didn't know which bricks to shoot, you could be just forever shooting randomly all over the place. And again, turning into car makes it a bit easier to get through the space. It's like a kind of a bit of a puzzle how to get from point A to B. Here we have a shield, and you can see the little number above my head there just changed to 55. So when I'm holding the shield, it actually improves my level of protectedness, which is useful. Although the shield can affect how high you can jump, so sometimes it becomes necessary to put it away. You can't walk around with it on all the time. And the downside of having a shield is that it stops you from holding a weapon. So at this stage, without a weapon, you can't do anything, but there is a power-up later on in the game that gives you an alternate weapon that you can use at the same time as while holding a shield. Now here's where that platform came in handy. You can see underneath me there are some gleaming spikes, and if you didn't put that down there, you would be dead now. So let's get the shield back on, because I'm going to jump down this hole where that gun was. Now, they can't really hurt me because my shield is greater than the level of that gun, and I just got $100. So now's a good time to go back and get that circuit board that I wanted to sell. But there is another hidden thing down here. You can see as I walk to this door, that little question mark is popping up there. That's kind of a hint that it might be a good idea to get out of this tunnel that I'm in. Put this little bit in because I always remembered in Metroid there was some secret bricks that if you wrecked, you could actually get out of the game and kind of walk around in the middle of empty space. And this sort of harkens back to that. I always loved that. I imagined how far could you go? Could you get to some unknown game? And even in the Transformers, the more recent Transformers games, you could get out of some of those maps and just fly off into the distance. Now this weapon here is probably the most powerful weapon that you're going to be able to get in the game. And if you didn't go exploring, you would never find it. Let's pick it up. It bounces, by the way, which is also a really useful feature. Now you can win the game without finding this gun, but once you've got it, everything is much easier. Come on. There we go. Now before I proceed, I am going back to buy that circuit board because it is necessary. A little bit hard to jump when you're in car mode. To get back up the ladder, you just basically got to jump up the ladder, but you can see I dropped an energy cube just there because it was hurting me in that toxic sludge. Now I have the circuit board, which is going to come in very handy later on. Put it away. I'll see you later, Mr. Robot. And if I need to come back for some... Oh, wait a minute. While I'm here, I might as well pick up a couple more cubes, because now that I've dropped 2, I can grab another 2. There's nothing further I need down there, so it's time to go. Now, I can see on the corner there's a bit of a bad guy coming, so let's get out a gun so I can shoot him. Let's get the ball blaster. That's too long. There we go, dead meat. Here's another one of those little areas I like to put in. You only get by exploring. Here's a dude. I have something to sell. Don't fly off into the air. How will I buy it from you? Now, this is a sword weapon. It's not that useful. It's got a pretty high power, but you just got to poke it into something. So there you go. You're dead. I just wanted to see if I could do a sword in this game, although the game isn't really suited to using one, and it's a bit clunky in its use. Now, here's a handy dandy little warning. It says put on your shield to go down here. I think I might just do that. Now, the shield will protect you a bit, but you're not invincible, and it's a good idea to get out of here quick. So you can see that huge cannon. If you actually stood in front of that too long, or if you didn't have the shield on, that cannon would blow you away. I think that's pretty cool. Look at that. I like how the bullet spins as it goes past. Oh, this is telling how to swim. If you tilt the phone in one direction or the other, it moves your character around. So you can't see my phone tilting, but it is. The fan is blowing me, so let's just swim over that fan. It keeps blowing me out of the way. And you don't want to come too close to these mines. If you hit them in the right spot, they will blow you up. So what have we got in here? Now, the problem you're faced with is that your time is running out because you're underwater. I guess this robot has to hold his breath. I want to get that key out from inside. So let's grab a gun. Oh. Don't eat me, don't eat me. Oh, I'm not close enough to it. It's eating me. Now swim. Swim, little dude. Oh, a mine. Oh, they're killing me. Don't kill me. Use my key to quickly unlock that, and more of them are coming. Now, if they had got a good hold of me, they would have killed me. But I think the only thing that saved me there is that I was holding so many energy cubes that my life meter was quite substantial. But I did lose, 2 in the process. Whoa, jeez. That's what happens if you hit a mine in the right special way. You have failed. When you die like that, it doesn't cause the game to save your loss. So if you had, like, what I mean is that like you get reinstated as you were the last time you entered the map. I guess it's a good time to actually talk about what happens when it comes to saving. If you press back to get out of a screen, it has nothing saves. It's just like you never did it. If you go through a door, it saves the current state. So basically, if you want to ensure that your progress is saved, you've got to go through a door. Oh, jeez. There you can see on the left a power-up and an important item that you're going to need later on. That's where I'm going to leave it now in this just preview of my game. If you've enjoyed what you saw here, by all means, just search for Odeean on Google, and one of the links that comes up will be to my entry in the Play Store. You can download Robot Planet for free, cost you absolutely nothing. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed making it. To me, this is a work of art. I've done every picture here one dot at a time. All the code is mine. The more people that play it, the happier I get about it. And I would really appreciate it if anyone who does like the look of it would download it, play it, leave a comment if you've got up to a certain spot. It would be really fun for me to know that you actually got there. And if you thought it was good, give it a rating, because the more people who give me good stars, like especially 5 stars, it moves my game up in the search results in the Play Store and lets more people come in contact with it, which is exactly what I want. So thank you for watching today. If enough people are interested in seeing the rest of the game on YouTube, how it goes to the very end, I may do another video. I guess if enough people thumbs up this video on YouTube, then I'll probably continue it in another part and finish off the game. I am in the progress of making a new set of maps so the game can be expanded and some new playable characters, and that kind of interest would be really it would really up my enthusiasm if people are actually interested. If no one's interested, then I guess I'm just doing it for myself, but it would be awesome if I got some more stars on the Play Store and some thumbs up here. It would tell me that I'm on the right track. Anyway, this is Odeean. Thank you for watching. Robot Planet free on the Play Store. Go and get it.